and then the what's it called? Seattle tried to make this a game late, but I mean it was
never
it was
close.
pretty much over.
It was never close. They got a
Yeah,
lot of garbage time points to make it look close. Um,
yeah,
I don't think Seattle's very good. You hit it on the head with Chris Carson. He's just fumbling the ball left and right. Um, that's always been his problem. I don't know. I don't think Seattle's very good. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I really did think they were going to win that game, though. Just in Seattle, um, Teddy Bridgewater, he did everything he needed to do. Um, yeah, I don't really have much to say about this game. See, I was impressed with the Saints. The offense looked competent without Drew Brees, which was good. I think Alvin Kamara had his best game of the year. Um, and the Saints, I think they're still I think they're the favorite for that division. So, yep.
yeah,
Let's do Raiders
yeah.
Vikings. Raiders Vikings. The Raiders they're getting worse and worse every week.
Yeah, this Raiders team got worse and worse, but if you also look at the people they play, they've gotten better and better. Uh, um, and this Vikings team, last year they kept talking committed to the run game. Well, they're committed to the run game now, and Dalvin Cook is killing it for them. And that's really where this team is going. So far this year, and where it looks to be headed in the future is they're going to have Dalvin Cook rush for about 150 yards a game. And they're going to have him do that, and hopefully Kirk Cousins can avoid turning the ball over in the red zone. And, if they continue to do that, it looks like they're going to continue to win games, and this was another good one for the Vikings.
So, we talked about it last week. The Vikings, you could tell what they're going to do the first 2 minutes of the game. Well, this week, the first play of the game, Kirk Cousins tripped over himself. He looked like an idiot. He looked like Kirk Cousins. He tripped over himself, sacked himself, and I was like, oh, it's over for the Vikings. I was ready to lock it in. I was ready to make the bet. Glad I didn't do that, because the next 15 minutes of football, they went up like 21-0. Wasn't even close. Dalvin Cook, very, very good. I think he's leading the NFL in rushing yards right now. Um, yeah. Secondary for the Vikings, still amazing. Very good defense. They got the receivers. Kirk Cousins just needs to be good enough, and this Vikings team should be fine. All right. Anything else?
That's it for me.
When does John Gruden get? Do you put John Gruden on the hot seat?
Well, seeing as he has a 10-year contract and he has 8 years left, probably in 3 years from now.
Speaking of people with crazy contracts, I sent you a thing about Rutgers football today. Did you read it?
About what?
Rutgers football and their head coach and how they're going to buy him out.
Yep, I saw it.
Okay, so for people that don't know, Rutgers is really bad at football, and they have a coach that's locked in until 2023. And so Rutgers' plan to get this buyout of $7 million is they are just introducing every beer in the world at their stadium, and you can buy it there. They're telling people, don't even tailgate, just come drink at the stadium. Come get really drunk and watch some real bad football, because all the alcohol sales are going towards his buyout. And they said, we just got to raise at least half. We just want $3.5 million, and we'll do the rest. That's probably the best endorsement I've ever seen for a coach I've ever. I just thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do it. I'll help.
You'll help their cause. You'll help the Rutgers cause to get rid of their football coach.
If I go there, I mean, I will. Yeah.
Someone needs to bring a sign that says, "I'm just here to drink the beer and help with the buyout."
Yeah.
Poor Rutgers, dude. Just
the only thing is, is it going to be one of those things where each one is like $15? Because that's I don't know
it's like
a
$10 beer. It's like a $10 beer.
Is it 10? Oh, it's rough. That's rough.
Yeah. So, good luck, Rutgers fans. Maybe you guys will eventually get a good team in New Jersey. It might just be New Jersey's just cursed for football. Honestly.
I don't know.
I think New Jersey's just cursed for football. Jets, Giants, Rutgers. Well, I guess the Giants have their Super Bowls, but last few years, it's terrible.
And Daniel Jones.
Oh, forgot about Daniel Jones. Maybe there can only be one good thing happening in New Jersey at a time. So you go Sopranos, Giants Super Bowls. I don't know what was after that, and now you're back to Daniel Jones.
Well, didn't the Islanders have a little thing?
Oh yeah, the Islanders don't play in. They played in they played in Long Island.
Uh, yeah.
The Devils, maybe the Devils were good. I don't know. I feel like the Devils are never good. Anyway, let's do Steelers Niners. Minka Fitzpatrick, first day as a Steeler, he was amazing. Maybe it was worth a top 10 pick. I don't know, because that offense for the Steelers stinks, and they're going to need to figure out a quarterback very soon. And Mason Rudolph.
Did you see that stiff arm though?
No, I don't know which stiff arm we're talking about.
Oof.
Did he get stiff armed to the ground?
Minka Fitzpatrick got, tossed aside.
He had did he have an intercept? He had like a few big plays. He had a lot of really big plays. I think he either recovered a fumble and got an interception or something. I know he got at least one interception, but he was really, really good. Whenever I watched the game, he was disrupting something, making a lot of plays. I'm gonna get the stats for him. 5 total tackles, 1 interception, 1 pass deflection. It doesn't show fumble recoveries.
But I gotta speed this up.
Okay, so anyway, Minka Fitzpatrick, really good player. I don't know if it was. I think it was worth the top 10 pick, but Steelers, you need to figure out the quarterback situation. I think you gotta add another running back. I don't think James Conner's the guy either. The offensive line's kind of took on a downturn since they got rid of the offensive line coach. We talked about that last week.
Yep.
Mason Rudolph was not very good.
Yep, Mike Munchak.
But I think Mason Rudolph, at least Mason Rudolph outplayed Jimmy G this week. Jimmy G was terrible this week. He had 3 turnovers, another turnover that should have been his fault because he called for the snap as the wide receiver's coming across the play and it hits the wide receiver inside the red zone. 5 turnovers for the Niners. I don't even know how you win with 5 turnovers. I think that's just how bad the Steelers are. Niners win. I don't think the Niners are bad. They got a good defense. I like the running backs. Jimmy G stinks. I hate Jimmy G. I hate Jimmy G. He's terrible. The Patriots fleeced everyone again. Jimmy G, you stink.
I think he's just gonna be another one of those just like fade into oblivion guys. Like he's gonna end up, being a career backup. But he got paid, and I don't think he's bad. Like I don't think he's not making the difference, and he's not worth the money.
Yeah, he's definitely not worth the money. 100% not worth the money. I think he stinks. He really stinks. But it's gonna really piss me off when I see Jimmy G in the playoffs this year, and they're gonna get beat like 41-7 by who's gonna be the 3 seed? I don't know. They're gonna get beat. They're gonna get their ass kicked. I guess the Saints? The Saints? Sure, the Saints. The Saints will be the 3 seed, and the Saints are going to destroy the Niners. Alright, one more game, Matt. You ready? Last game. It's your favorite team that plays down in Houston, the Houston Texans. They took on the San Diego Superchargers. Phillip Rivers couldn't lead a fourth quarter comeback again. There might be some problems with this Chargers team. You take over.
Last year the Chargers were killing it with their games decided by a touchdown or less. I think they went like 6-1, and that is not a trend that keeps up. So usually, if you do that, you'll regress the next year, and it looks to be like they are regressing. You know what? Deshaun Watson had a cleaner pocket than I've seen from him all year, and they were starting both their rookies that they drafted. And if Deshaun Watson keeps getting clean pockets like this, this Texans team is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Do you think that the Chargers miss Melvin Gordon at all in a game like this?
I was just about to say, this is the only good thing that happened in this game. It's a statement. Pay the running backs because they needed him today. Absolutely needed him. Eckler finally couldn't do nothing. Jackson didn't do nothing. Then they just had to rely. 46 pass attempts with Phillip Rivers. You can't do that. You can't win games like that. You need Melvin Gordon back. You need 20 carries from Melvin Gordon. I mean, yeah, they did. They did definitely needed Melvin Gordon. Yeah, they need him back. They really do need him back.
Yeah, I mean, they were alright. They just neither of them are really home run hitters. Also, I think the Chargers are kind of saying we'll be okay throwing the ball. But this was one of those games where, yeah, it would have been nice to have someone really dynamic to be able to hand the ball off to. I think it would have opened things up down the field more for them. But this Chargers team, this is about the team they were last year. They just won these close games last year. That's the difference. So I don't know. I mean, it's still early, so who knows? They still are. They're definitely not out of anything yet, and they definitely, they're going to beat Oakland and Denver hopefully in their division, and they'll have a chance to get in the playoffs. But yeah, they can't lose these close games anymore. They gotta start winning these close games.
There are Melvin Gordon and a Derwin James away from winning close games.
Yeah, I feel like they need more production from Mike Williams.
Well, I don't think Mike Williams has been terrible, but yeah, I think he's been okay.
Well, I think they wanted him to be a bigger red zone threat. And it's just like it's been all right, but they went up and got him early. Wasn't he like a second-round pick, or was he a third-round pick?
Let me look it up.
Regardless of what it was, they really wanted him to be a piece on the other side of Keenan Allen. He hadn't been as good as they were hoping for.
Yeah, I mean, he was a big college top player. You're right. I mean, he hasn't been doing that great. He's only had 8 receptions all year, 3 receptions in the last 2 games. He was drafted in the first round, round 1, pick 7.
Oh.
I feel like we should have known that.
Oh wow, he was a 7th round. He was pick 7. I thought he was second round for some reason. But yeah,
I did too. I don't remember him going that high. But anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I think they were expecting more from him.
Yeah,
and everyone's been talking about him having a big season because he's got all the physical tools. Just hadn't parlayed yet, and I think for them to, if they're not going to pay Melvin Gordon, they need Mike Williams to have a big breakout year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he definitely needs to step it up, especially when you got Keenan Allen on the other side. You gotta. One receiver's already demanding so much attention. I agree. Now I'm a big Mike Williams hater. Step it up, Mike Williams. Phillip Rivers has a lot of kids to feed.
You can't be hurting his money. You can't be hurting his bread.
You cannot be hurting Phillip Rivers. He's got so many kids to feed. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, Chargers they'll be there. They'll be there. Houston, they took care of business. Good win for Houston.
Yeah, and I mean, this AFC South is competitive.
Yeah, we're 3 weeks into football. That's week 3 for you. We talked all the games. That's the show. I don't want to do college football. This is already a long show. Maybe we'll do college football on Thursday if we have time. But we'll be back Thursday night. We'll do the previews. We'll give you all the spreads. We'll break it down so you can be a gambling champ or just know a lot about football. Yeah, that's the show. What you got to say?
Hey, enjoy it, and I hope my football season just continues to get better, and I hope you guys' football season continues to get better.
I hope my football season actually stays on par because the Cowboys have just been dominating everybody. So I'm hoping it just stays this way. But for you fans that aren't as blessed as us Patriots and Cowboys fans, yeah, I bet you guys wish it was going this well.
All right, whatever.
All right, that's the show. We'll see you guys Thursday night, Friday morning. That's it. Over and out.
All right. See ya.